Roy Baumeister's landmark ego depletion research demonstrated something that changes how you should structure your entire day. Willpower behaves like a physical muscle. It fatigues with use and recovers with rest. After a single demanding self-control task, decision-making capacity drops measurably. But subsequent research by Veronica Job added a critical twist. People who believe willpower is unlimited deplete significantly slower than those who believe it's a fixed resource. The belief partly creates the reality. Every decision you make, from what to eat to how to respond to a frustrating email, draws from the same finite pool of cognitive resources. By afternoon, after hours of decisions, negotiations, and self-regulation, your prefrontal cortex is running at reduced capacity. Every habit you're attempting to maintain is competing for resources from a tank that started the day full and drains with every use. Understanding this curve is the first step to designing a system that doesn't fight it. Today's evidence bridges two research traditions that together provide a complete picture of willpower. Roy Baumeister's ego depletion research, most famously the 1998 radish cookie experiment, established willpower as a depletable resource. Veronica Job's 2010 psychological science study then showed that beliefs about willpower moderate how fast it depletes. A meta-analysis by Hager and colleagues synthesized 198 studies, and Gilliot and Baumeister's work linked self-regulation capacity to glucose availability in the bloodstream. Roy Baumeister's 1998 radish cookie experiment remains the most cited single piece of evidence for ego depletion, and it's both elegant and revealing. Participants who resisted eating cookies placed directly in front of them, an act requiring active willpower, subsequently gave up on an unsolvable puzzle significantly faster than participants who hadn't been required to resist anything. A simple act of self-control in one domain measurably depleted the resource available for self-control in a completely unrelated domain minutes later. Willpower follows a predictable daily depletion curve with clear scheduling implications that almost no one acts on. Morning, freshly recharged by sleep, your prefrontal cortex operates at peak capacity. Most people spend this window on email. By mid-morning, decisions and meetings begin draining the reserve. After lunch, a circadian trough compounds the depletion. By late afternoon, research on judges and parole boards shows error rates and poor decisions cluster heavily in this depleted window. Veronica Job's research introduced a critical nuance into the ego depletion model. In multiple experiments, she found that participants holding an unlimited mindset about willpower, believing it didn't deplete with use, showed no performance decline after a depleting task. Those who believed willpower was a limited resource showed the classic depletion pattern. Ego depletion is partly a self-fulfilling belief, and actively adopting an unlimited mindset can meaningfully extend your effective self-control capacity throughout the day. The debate around ego depletion has nuance worth acknowledging. Some replication attempts have produced mixed results, and the glucose mechanism proposed by Baumeister remains contested. But the practical bottom line is clear regardless of the precise mechanism. Self-control capacity varies throughout the day, depletes under load, and can be managed through design. Whether the mechanism is metabolic, motivational, or belief-based, the strategies for protecting willpower capacity are identical and well supported. The research on which willpower management strategies actually work shows a clear hierarchy of effectiveness. Environment design, removing temptations entirely so willpower is never required, is the most effective strategy by a substantial margin, with studies showing 89% improvement in target behaviors. Morning habit scheduling comes next, followed by reducing total daily decision count, implementation intentions, and finally glucose and meal timing, which has real but more modest effects. The willpower conservation system reduces how often willpower is needed in the first place. Decision elimination is the first lever. Batch every repeated daily decision, clothing, meals, morning schedule, into single weekly choices. Peak time protection is the second. Schedule demanding habits exclusively in your first 90 minutes post-waking. Environment engineering is the third. Remove temptations from your space entirely so the choice to resist never arises and willpower is never consumed. Your willpower conservation checklist. 5 structural changes that reduce how much self-control your habits require. Schedule your most important habit first, before meetings or email. Remove 1 environmental temptation today. Phone in another room, junk food out of your kitchen. Batch 3 recurring decisions tonight. Clothes, meals, priority list. Protect your morning from email until your key habit is done. Convert your 3 most important behaviors into implementation intentions so they fire automatically. The most evidence-backed willpower substitute is the implementation intention, A pre-decided if-then plan that bypasses willpower by triggering behavior automatically from context. Instead of deciding whether to exercise, you commit once in advance. If it's 7 a.m., then I put on workout clothes, no decision required. If I feel the urge to check social media, then I drink water and work 25 more minutes. The decision is made when willpower is full, not when it's depleted. Stop fighting willpower depletion as if it's a character flaw. It's a neurological reality with well-documented patterns. Design your life so willpower is rarely needed. Eliminate decisions, protect your morning window, engineer your environment, and use implementation intentions for everything that matters. Willpower depletes every day regardless of your character or commitment. The people with the best self-control habits aren't exerting more willpower, they're using less of it. Subscribe, and next time you feel like you lack willpower in the afternoon, you'll understand exactly what's happening neurologically and have a system to work around it instead of through it. Design your environment this week using the conservation system and watch how much less friction your important habits encounter.